Hi, this is Sonsonmushi. I hope you guys are having a good night. It's 12:31 a.m. in case that's a number synchronicity for any of you out there. But yeah, thank you all so much for your support. And yeah, I'm just wanting to celebrate that and trying to attract more abundance. So this is a video just announcing that I'm doing donation-based readings. Woo! I just woke up from, well, I was trying to meditate earlier, and I did a little bit, but clearly I fell asleep. I woke up around like 11:30, so I'm a little bit foggy, and then I'm going to go back to sleep, because I'm trying to get my sleep schedule on track, so I'm going to go to sleep pretty soon. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there that I'm doing free readings, and yeah, I want to attract more abundance, so I wanted to make a video with the title saying like, yeah, donation-based readings for anyone who wants one. But if you stumble across this video and perhaps you want to donate and you want a reading but you can't donate, you can definitely get one. Basically, if you want a reading but you feel bad or something like that, just by chance, if that resonates with any of you out there, I just want to say to please reach out anyways, because I love giving readings. I just want to also manifest abundance. So by making this video with this title, that's kind of my aim, but it's multiple aims. It's one aim is yes for that, but another is just a reminder that anybody who wants a reading can definitely feel free to reach out to me. And so I'm just gonna explain kind of different ways you can reach out to me and sort of what my readings are about in this video. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do this type of video hey, an announcement of just so you guys remember I'm doing readings. That type of video. I don't know, maybe once a month sounds pretty good. Or I might do one near the end, since it's the 25th right now, and then I'll do one around the beginning and then the end, so about twice a month. And then I'll just always each time kind of briefly go through how I've been doing readings and any updates on that and stuff. So in terms of reaching out to me, you can leave a comment if you're comfortable with that. And if you're comfortable leaving a comment and receiving your link through there, I could then delete the link after you get it saved from my from responding to you in the comments, or yeah, that's pretty much how the comment thing would work. I would see your message, and if you ask for a reading, I'll just do one. Probably I'll just go with the flow of how I feel. If it's just a really brief comment hey, can I get a reading, question mark, I might say yes, and then probably clarify and be yeah, is it alright if I just send you the link here, or if you want it to be more private, you can email me, blah blah blah. So the comments works just fine, but usually it just goes to one of these other methods, which is you can email me, and my email is the same as my name right now, which I'm thinking about getting an official different email, so everything's more organized in the future. Also, I'm open to all suggestions, so let me know you guys' advice on that if you have any, if you want to give any advice on that. But yeah, my email is the same as my channel, so it's sonsonmushi@gmail.com. My Facebook, it's the same. You should be able to search it. It's Sonsonmushi. I feel there's probably not a lot of Sonsonmushi Nguyen's out there. My name is Son Nguyen. For those of you who don't know, I have this really cool crystal necklace. I just felt like mentioning that just real quick. Sorry. And then another way is Instagram. Once again, same name, Sonsonmushi. If you're able to find me on the YouTube chat, you can totally add me, or if you want to, you can leave a comment saying hey, what's your YouTube chat link? I used to put it in my automatic description, but then I discovered that my YouTube chat link expires, so it doesn't really work. Like, it's not timeless. So if you see a video from 3 months ago with the YouTube chat link, it's not going to be the up-to-date one. So I can't really do that. But I'd love to communicate through YouTube. I'm pretty good at it. My YouTube's a little bit spotty. Like, if I leave a link, like if I leave a tab open on my browser and I have the chat open, it'll read your messages and then I won't get notifications. So depending on chance, depending on divine timing, stuff like that sometimes happens with it. But yeah, not very often, I don't think. I'm pretty good at it. Getting better with the time management of like checking all my social media. So yeah, I think those are all the ways to reach out. In terms of what types of readings I do or how it goes, if you have any requests, like of how you want it to go, like if you just want me to respond to you with text, a fair warning, my text can get very long, but I'd gladly just type a reading. And plus, from after I type the reading, if anything's confusing or doesn't make sense, could always then continue that conversation into a video reading. So if you guys feel guided for just like, you know, if you just need some questions answered, or if it's like you don't need to hear the voice and the stuff of it, then yeah. Sometimes like I'll go through it and I'll feel guided to do a video, and I'll still do the description, and then at the end I'll be like, I'm feeling a video vibe though, so let me know, that type of stuff. So yeah, I do conversation type readings where I just type stuff to you, or I do a video reading, which I personally really enjoy doing. I also do, I should continue and flesh that out a bit more. So with the description or video readings, if you just have quick questions, or if you have information you want to share, like, you know, like, oh, I'm going through like separation, or there's this challenge, or things are good, just want to hear like message from spirit, whatever it is, yeah, I accept any questions, any topics, any information, and it's kept between you and I, of course. If you want a video reading, they're always unlisted, so only you with the link would access them. So obviously if you left a comment and we did readings through there and I left you a link there, people who see that comment on whatever video, probably this one, since you're listening to this one, if you left a comment, people would see that link, and so it would be like, you know what I mean, like semi-private. And then if we went through there, because maybe you don't have those other social medias, then as soon as you get the link, you can just respond through the comments like, yeah, I got the link, and then I'll delete it, and knowing that you have the link saved, and that's as private as it would get through giving you a reading through the comments. Of course, if you're like open and comfortable with that reading being shared, I would probably still keep it unlisted, but I would just leave the link there for divine timing if anyone came across the comments in the future. All this sort of stuff. Basically just like, if you let me know any of this, that helps a lot, but if you just leave something brief, I will probably reach out and kind of like ask a bit and get some conversation going. Also, like, regardless of reading, if you just want to talk about just advice in general, or like advice and a reading, usually if you're asking for a reading, I kind of give some general advice on the intuition I pick up on. Everything is just kind of advice like from a friend. So just like from a friend, you know, at the end of the day, it's up to you to make decisions and whatnot. So definitely keep that in mind. But I'm always going to try my best to give you helpful advice that could help you, I don't know, feel better about whatever situation you might be going through. So yeah, those are the video readings pretty much on the tarot. And then in terms of what I do with those readings, for the most part, I'll just go with my vibe, but at the same time, you can also kind of be a little specific. So again, you can ask questions, and I'll then ask tarot cards those specific questions. Unless if I start getting very specific answers, like let's say you ask like 10 questions and I answer 8 of them, and by the 9th one, it was already answered in one of the first 8, and around there I might just be like, yeah, so it feels like this because earlier, yeah, that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I look through each question. A different type of reading I offer. This is one that, especially if I just felt the vibe, I would just put it in a general reading. But I call it a one-piece reading. I actually have these volumes right next to me. But yeah, basically, I look at the numbers while I give you a tarot reading, and sometime throughout the tarot reading, I look at the numbers from the cards. Let's say 10 of Swords. I'm just looking at my desk, and the 7, which is Chariot. Then I might go to 10 plus 7. I might go to chapter 17 or volume 17 of One Piece. I'll flip to a page, or I'll look at more numbers from the cards and go to that page. I may or may not describe like the situation going on, but overall, I would just give you the vibe of what I'm picking up on from what I see. Yeah. And like from what I see, basically like if I were to give you just an example, I'd be like, oh, from the looks of this energy, you know, like you're planning, you have some backup plans, you really got some plans set in motion, and you're very confident they're going to work out. And then a different energy I would get from this page is like, you maybe had a lot of trust in someone, and it just really wasn't what you thought it was, and now everything is different, but you still have so much hope and love. Not necessarily, I mean, of course, for everyone, for that person, but I mean, for yourself. Like, it might feel like almost like someone's like that, almost like betrayed or attacked, and it's like you're planning now to kind of like retaliate, but in a way of love, in a way of like defense, like protecting your treasure, which is yourself, or things like that. So I don't know if those resonated with you, but basically that's an example of how I do a One Piece reading. And you know, like if you're curious, then I would like, this is a different page now because I dropped it, but I would like show you the page maybe and kind of talk about it. My camera would be propped up on a tripod, but for the most part I can just give the reading from those pages too. So yeah, that's what my One Piece reading is called. So if you mention the One Piece reading, then I just am sure to put that in there, and then if not, if I ever feel guided to. So far for almost all of my readings that I've given people that are like general, I usually don't throw in the One Piece just because I haven't felt very guided to yet. I'm actually wearing One Piece merchandise. Get your One Piece shirt, $3 million. Sorry, I like to do jokes like that, but I have a flag. Now I really do just want to like show all like my One Piece stuff. There's like a little character in the back. And I like face him the other way, but yeah, sorry, got off topic. Another type of reading I have is a piano reading. And so just a brief example of that. Man, I should have done this type of video a long time ago. I would go over here and I'd say like, Spirit, please allow me to tap into the general collective of those who watch this video, and for the energy to resonate and for me to have some pretty lit messages at the end. So, two things about this one, I would, after that, I would, something like that, and something short and sweet just now, but sometimes it's like a 7-minute song, sometimes it's 12 minutes, so be prepared for that. And also, when I'm tapping into energies, it's not so much about like, how good is this gonna sound or what? I love my music every time, but like, keep that in mind that it's just expression. I'm just trying to express the energy I pick up on, and then I try to recall how I felt throughout it. So through that, I just felt like I was showing an example of a piano reading. some feeling I got from it was, yeah, things are pretty good, pretty lit. There's some moments of sorrow, but overall we're all doing really good. So it's a very hopeful song. I feel a very hopeful message, where you're exploring something new by applying stuff that you've already built on. So yeah, it's a new day, it's a new you, but it's all coming from stuff you've done before. It's all coming from your own feelings of your way of doing things. Something like that. And the reason I say that is because that's actually a melody I've already played in the past. Like, I know this song. Like, I've played that a long time ago. So that's where I came up with that. But I did a couple different things too. So it's not like you're... I wouldn't say you're necessarily stuck in a cycle. I'd say you're like at a new cycle, kind of doing some of the same things, but doing something new with it and moving forward with it. So it's just a cycle of life. So that's an example of how I would do it, but the song would be longer sometimes, and then the message is about the same length of the song or like longer. Now this is the part I'm not sure about, so let me know how you feel about this. But there's also a vibe I would get about, like, if I listen to it later and I pick up the honestly, I think it's like really, this is, I think, a really good idea, but like on top of me giving a reading at the end of the video is for you to give yourself a reading. You can always listen to the song, and throughout it, however you feel, or if you're just feeling your own journey in it, you can even type it down for yourself, or you can share it with me. The reason I mentioned this is because I gave someone a piano reading recently, and they were so sweet. Thank you so much for sharing. Basically, they gave timestamps. They were like 41 seconds. They're like, yes, going through a change. Like 1 minute, things are gloom, or like 1 minute, 30 seconds. Ooh, suddenly I like got the fire back, and I'm inspired. And then like 1 minute 40, they're like, and it suddenly went out, but I recovered. Like, they like wrote all this stuff, and it was really cool. You can let me know if you'd want me to do something like that through typing it, but I feel like that would be just really something that's super fun for you to explore. Yeah, I just give a reading message at the end of playing the song, and at the end of playing the song, for the most part, I don't really remember the song, so I'm kind of, the reading I give is almost like the after energy, the energy I got after all that stuff. So I might have forgotten things. Like, when I'm playing it, so many messages come into my head, and I wish I could freeze in that moment and like have the video freeze, and like in that part I'll be like, this is what I was thinking of, blah 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 blah, and then the song keeps going. But I don't know how to do that. I wish I could, but this is the best I can do for my piano readings right now. So those are pretty much my 3 readings: One Piece reading, general reading, which is personal reading. They're all personal readings, and the piano readings. So I've been getting more creative. I've been thinking of other ways to incorporate things sometimes, but really it's just been down to these kind of 3 differences, I guess. And then they all sort of mix and match, or I like more or less I just like do my own vibe, or just like to flip cards. Typically they're 30 minutes long, my readings, just because my storage space only goes to about 30 minutes. Sometimes it can go to like 45, 44. Lately it's been going to like 33 and just cutting out by then. It's kind of annoying, but it's okay. Divine timing, it's all part of the plan for when I get a new camera and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the video. This was supposed to be like a brief video, so I'm gonna get better at describing this in the future. If you guys got through all this, cool. So yeah, if anyone wants a free reading, let me know. I appreciate any and all donations, only if you can, and if you want to as well. Even if you like technically can, but like it's still a tight spot, or you don't want to, you appreciate it, but like no, you can still reach out, definitely. I'm gonna be like more mentioning it. I'll probably mention it at the very end of each of my videos, like each of the personal reading videos or something like that. Or maybe sometimes I just won't. If I already just like, if I like do a reading and I see the vibe, I'm like, like I would make the judgment call myself, basically be like, I think I'm okay, or like something like that. Just because I know how kind-hearted you all are. But honestly, if exchange rates are really intense, like are really high, or something like that, like, it's okay. Like, who knows? Maybe the exchange rates will get better in the future, like sometime next year or a year later or something. I'm going to be here a long time, so keep that in mind. And also keep in mind, donating is not the one and only way to show your support. Simply that you exist, I feel your support. Even people who have not seen my videos or people I will never meet, I feel your guys' support too, and I love you guys too. I love this universe, to be completely honest. I do. I love myself, and I am the universe, so it's kind of like a package deal. I kind of have to accept everything, including the pain and the suffering and whatnot, and still love it for understanding that we can heal and grow from there and cycle that out and kind of keep striving to go forward. But yeah, that's the reading. I'm going to end it now. I'm seeing a synchronicity for myself. So sending love and light, positive vibes. Thank you for listening and watching. Peace out.